Feeling stuck, unfulfilled, or like you wish there were more flow in your life? If only you knew how to become the greatest version of yourself. Well, you're in luck. Today, we have two experts here who are going to give you the healing path to greatness, in particular, your greatness. So let's go say hi to them. Hi, Crystal.
Hi there, I'm CrystalDerksen. I'm an intuitive life coach and trauma-informed energy healing expert. I'm from Canada, and you can learn more about me and my work at crystalderksen.com.
Great to have you, Crystal. Hi, Angel.
Hi there. I'm Angel Cottrell. I am the CEO of Apollo Consultancy Group. I'm here in Bakersfield, California, and you can learn a little bit more about me and my work at apolloconsultancygroup.com.
Wonderful to have both of you here today because we're talking about this thing about being the greatest version of ourselves. And I wanted you to share some of your wisdom because I know both of you work with clients on this. So, Crystal, could you share some advice to help people become and to think about this greatest version of themselves?
Absolutely. So my advice for the viewers is to create a daily practice of tuning in to your soul, what I call the infinite self. Our infinite self is and has all wisdom, all guidance. And what this does is this connection will actually help you awaken and understand who you truly are beyond what you see or fear or feel when you look in the mirror, beyond the 3D perspective, beyond your conditioning. And by even setting aside a few moments each day for quiet reflection or by simply being present, you can create this space where you and your soul will connect, and your soul, your infinite self, will give you the exact guidance that you're looking for. And this will benefit you in so many different ways. Your soul is also guiding you into the most expansive life. And so by even prioritizing this connection, you will find clarity, purpose, empowerment to live authentically. And this is something that I teach people and that I help people to create and develop this deeper connection with their inner GPS or their infinite self, their soul, and to really truly live authentically from their heart.
Yeah. And I feel like when people can connect inwardly, there's great power there. But what if someone doesn't think they have an infinite soul or doesn't know how to connect? What advice would you give them?
I would, I, that's where I help guide them, because many people do have blocks to even seeing who they truly are. And that would be working through the blocks that are present.
Yeah. So, Angel, pick up this conversation. What advice would you have to add on to help people get to their greatness?
Well, I believe to experience significant change, you must be willing to change significantly. And to Crystal's point, it starts with reflection. Reflect on where you've been and who you've been. Reflect on where you are now in life and your business and who you are in this present moment. And reflect on who and where you wish to be in the future. The change comes in the gap between where you are presently now and where you seek to be. I believe that all of us have the same divine purpose, and that is to create, experience, and become the greatest versions of our grandest visions. So, what I would ask you is to reflect. Are you creating, experiencing, and becoming the greatest version of your grandest vision in your business and in your life? And if you are not, why not? And so I help folks reconnect back into that and reignite the passion that they have for that business and for that creative endeavor that they've put into the world.
What I love about both of you is you're so inspiring. I just listened to you and I'm like, whoa, yeah, okay, maybe I wasn't. I do want, maybe I was cynical or feeling like hopeless, but now I know there's a path and that clarity can help me get there. And if I don't have that, maybe that's a place to start. So, speaking of that, I'd like to ask each of you to share a little bit more about what you do and who do you help and why you're so passionate about it. So, Crystal, would you like to start us off?
Yes, absolutely. So I work with leaders in leadership positions all around the world. I've worked with doctors, nurses, attorneys, psychologists, psychiatrists, theologians, really truly a vast field, other coaches, stay-at-home moms, and most of these people are in leadership positions. And one of the things I guess that I help them with is receiving guidance and getting clarity. And most people that actually see me need some sort of energetic healing. They're experiencing some sort of block, or some people just need some spiritual insights to help them release or to see who they are. And when I really truly take a step back and look at how I truly help people, I see that I help people release resistance so they can allow all the good stuff in.
Yeah. And so share with us, do you have a story about how you help someone?
Yes, I do. So I have a powerful story about one of my clients who happens to be an attorney. And he initially came to me because he was struggling with persistent physical pain. And in his first session, when I tuned into his energy, I received the impression that he was sitting on the fence. And I have to work with these impressions and try to understand them. So even as I'm getting these impressions, I'm like, what does this mean? And I have to ask questions internally. And so I saw that he's sitting on the fence in his professional life. And as soon as we identified this, he started taking guided action in his life toward change, and the physical pain began to dissipate.
That's
I
powerful.
Yes, I have another story if you'd like me to share more, but I'll
Well, I
let.
want to get over to Angel. So, but that is so, like who knew that, physical could be related to what you're actually when you're sitting on the fence, right? That's great. And so miracles happen. I love this. So, Angel, share with us a little bit more about what you do and who do you work with and what you're passionate about.
I work with entrepreneurs and executives who do want to create experience and become the greatest version of their grandest vision. Entrepreneurs and executives have it all on the line all the time: money, resources, relationships, vitality, health. And so the pressure is real for them. And more often than not, an entrepreneur comes to me because they want to bring out the consultant work that I do. So tell me what to do and tell me how to do it to make this change, because there is a feeling of unfulfillment. It seems that they are in a constant state of status quo, and that status quo is not working for them anymore. And I have found with folks that it's much easier for them to lean into the what to do and how to do aspect, and how to do things and how to make a change. And yet the real work comes from within. Because to create an experience change externally, you have to begin with that internally. And that starts with a little bit of reflection of who are you being in these moments of challenge. So I believe that a business is a material manifestation of a profound, passionate desire born in the heart. And it's a very risky endeavor to take that creativity and to take something that's so close to our heart and put it out into the world and share that into the world. And when that business starts to have challenges, that ups the ante in terms of the fear factor. And therefore, for many of us, it is much easier to try to find the answers outside of us. So I work with folks on getting them back connected into, to reconnect and to reignite the passion that's within them and that fuels them, so that they are able to make those adjustments internally and to be able to look at some of those things that many of us don't want to always look at, provide a safe environment for that so that we can work through it. And then they are able to do the work that they are most comfortable with And that what in the how of making that change and the adjustments then in the business, which then also affects their life. Because for entrepreneurs and executives, the business or the work that they do is part of that divine purpose. And so it's an integration, not only of what they are producing for us in the world externally, but how they are actually showing up for themselves. So they're able to actually meet the challenges and create, experience, and be that greatest version of the grandest vision.
Great. So do you have a short story to share with us?
Yes, in fact, right now I'm working with an executive who owns a staffing industry, and staffing and recruiting industry is very, very cutthroat industry. It's highly, highly competitive. And so this particular female really works on how to balance in the competitive nature that doesn't always bring out our best selves. So how do you keep a business that is in an extraordinarily competitive environment and keep that business operating in a way that has and reflects her integrity and her character, supports others in seeking and being in roles and in jobs that support their own greatness and helping them be greater and be the best that that business can be. And so we have to actually really take a look at what that competitive environment is like for her and how she's able to successfully compete and yet not lose herself in the process.
Beautiful. The work you gals are doing are so profound and richly rewarding. And the two of you are very aligned. So I love the passion you both bring to the world and helping more leaders become that greatest version of themselves, because that in turn creates our world to be the greatest version of itself. So thank you for the beautiful work you do. And what I love about the two of you is that you're premier members here at Women Speakers Association. I get to hang out with you, and that we're getting your message out to more people. So I'm wondering, what do you value about Women Speakers Association? Crystal, would you like to share?
Yes, absolutely. I value the Women Speakers Association in even this meeting, just listening to Angel speak. How inspiring. And I think this is exactly why my soul guided me here, was to be with other women who truly are inspiring.
Beautiful. And Angel, what is the value of Women Speakers Association for you?
Oh, to piggyback on Crystal, isn't she fantastic? And Laura, I mean, I kudos to you for introducing Crystal and I to one another today. And truly, this is what Women Speakers Association means to me. It's connection with other women and other people who are leading with light. You know, Women Speaker Association has forced me to do as I teach, and that is to play bigger. I have actually gone on Facebook for the very first time in my entire life because of joining Women Speaker Association. It has provided me an opportunity and accountability for me to actualize these next chapters in my life. And I needed that additional push, but I also needed it from connection and support from other women and other people, so that I didn't feel that I needed to stand on this stage alone anymore, that I could do this and create and be a part of a community, and hopefully as a way to increase my soul tribe. Really, it feels that it's another part of my soul tribe that I've been able to connect with. And I cannot thank you enough, not only for the opportunity to be able to do this, but for the accountability, so that I can also create an experience and become the next greatest version of my grandest vision as well. Thank you so very much.
Oh, you're so very welcome. And it's so beautiful to have this synergy and the energy keep growing. And I know both of you are going to be authors in our forthcoming book in February, Voices of the 21st Century. So I can't wait to have, wise women and, wow, God,
Green light.
bringing light to the world. Wise women
Yep.
bringing light to the world is great. Last year's was Women Empowered Through Passion and Purpose. We are not yet revealing the cover until November, December time. So for the new one, but I know that having this goal of getting this book out there has been incredibly empowering and uniting and accountability creating. So thank you for playing bigger so that we can help you help more people and create this better world that we have envisioned. So what a great show. I'm totally inspired to, to be more soul, connect to more infinite soul, be the greatest version of myself. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Angel. And we'll be back next week with another edition of our WSA-TV Women's Premiere Show. I'm Laura Rubenstein, your host and producer. Have a great week.